Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, digging deeper. Here we are again with the second English episode, and I got a wonderful guest. Please introduce yourself, good sir.
Yes, what's going on, world? I go by the name of Tenchoo. You may have heard of me, you may not have, but if you ain't, you'll soon get to know. Yeah, I'm just putting my music out there. Chaos Black coming soon, look out for that. It'll move sporadic, big up.
Yeah, nice, nice. Man, it's good to see you, man. It's really good to see you. I would have more. Maybe I'll fly to London next time, man. you know, and we come
Oh
over
man,
there. That would be
yeah.
great, man. but we met
Hey,
in
did
Spain.
you come London before, was it?
I
Back
think
in 2012?
yeah, it was 2012 and 2013. I was there. We met because of End of the Week, right? In Spain. It's about, I think, pretty much exactly 10 years ago. I think it was September.
2011, fam.
Yeah, it was 2011. I think in
2011.
September. Crazy shit, man. And
Blood, that was unforgettable, man. That was like a highlight of my life, really, you know.
yeah, I thought so too. It kind of like it changed my life. Seeing all these hip hop heads from all over the world and hanging out with each other, everybody, different languages, but the same vibe.
Bro,
That was crazy. That was
bro,
crazy.
like, you're never gonna believe how many people I tell the story of that journey to. Like, it always gets brought up like in conversations with people because it was that big. Like it was, like you say, man. Meeting people from across the world who are like sharing the same interests as you to the level that you are interested in it. It meant a lot. Like it was, and yeah, man, it made me feel good. To know that the music is so valued across the planet.
Definitely, and
So,
I think the whole challenge thing, the battling thing that was into it, that it didn't even matter. It was just to bring us together. There was not really a competition because I said we met because of End of the Week. We didn't compete against each other. You was champ in
nah,
England. I was in Germany at that time, and other guys from all over the world. But they weren't just rappers. There were breakdancers making crazy moves all the time with that cry guy, or the Italian
yeah,
guys. Man, mad moves, and they were at that time I think about 17, and they were dancing like hell. I was thinking, damn, I would break my neck when I try that shit.
yeah. Nah, breaking, man. That's like it's a different. That's different art, ain't it, man? To writing, man. If you're physically up for it, man, then do it. But if not, then you know you might break a bone or an elbow or a fucking leg or some shit. But
definitely,
cool.
definitely I would kill myself trying that shit, man. So
Yeah, it's magnificent to watch, man. I watched it at like I see my first tournament. This is the first tournament I watched. Yeah, breakdancing. It was at Hip Hop Camp in 2018, and like it just made me really appreciate the art of battling when it comes to breaking. So
yeah,
yeah, man,
um
big up the breakers for real. It's a vibe,
definitely.
hip hop.
Yeah, I always wondered why this part of hip hop is so distant from the rapping part. The culture got divided somehow. So if it comes to that, man, how did you start getting into this whole hip hop shit? Did you ever dance? Did you want to be a DJ? Did you write graffiti, or is it just a rapping thing? And when?
Nah, I think this was around like the early 90s. Like before I even really knew that I liked hip hop, I always seemed to gravitate towards the hip hop songs or the songs which were like kind of had a little bit of an attitude. I mean, a lot of the music back in the 90s had a bit of an attitude, but hip hop was just like 1,000 with it when it comes to attitude. Like so, I always kind of like that vibe of songs like. I'm talking school disco days, yeah, when I was like 8 or 9 years old, and songs like Jump Around were around, and what's the other thing, man? Ini Kamosi, Return of the Hot Stepper, songs like that, and several others, man. But it was around that time, and that kind of sound, like, just I gravitated towards. Like, Gangsta's Paradise was a massive
Yes.
track, like,
Yes.
for me when I was a young boy. So I always kind of gravitated towards hip hop before I really even knew anything about genres.
Uh, I think
So I
it's the
started
same
with
with me, but I have to say I started skateboarding, and there was a lot of punk rock at that time that people were listening to while skating, but there was also hip hop involved, and then we started just freestyling and rhyming and shit. So how did you get into rapping by yourself?
right. I actually started writing on my own. Like, nobody else, none of my peers were writers. I mean, there was one dude at school who kind of fucked with it a little bit, and I was always just gassed when he'd write a verse, like. But to tell you the truth, my craft started at home, and I was really just working on it by myself until I was around. I was about 18 when everyone else started catching up. Like, yo, like, I want to start spitting bars too. So it was that point where I'd really sit down and hone my freestyle ability. Sitting down with my friends and just freestyling with them. But even then, I was still freestyling at home. So it's always just been at my house, really. On my own. And yeah, I trained myself. Like, it weren't really a case of sitting down with your boys and just fucking around. That Nah, I was on my own. Like,
Yeah, great man. When did you developed a great skill by yourself, man? I gotta say that. You remember
no,
our
no, respect, man.
you remember our trip to Italy?
Absolutely, absolutely, man. That's another one that I tell stories about. And to tell you the truth, right? You got that fucking video, man,
Yes.
on YouTube. It's still on YouTube, man. And I watch it from time to time because, again, that was like a great time.
That was really
And
crazy, and this Afghan dude that confused everybody of us. And I asked that Cry. I asked Cry, what does he mean? And he said nobody knows. So okay, just let him talk. That was a studio guy. I think I explained to Tim that it was a studio guy who wanted to record us in the bunker. And at least that's what it's called. It was a normal house, like no. And this guy was always like bomboclad, blah 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 blah, bomboclad, and we were like, what does he want?
yeah, I remember this guy, man. I remember this guy. He's a funny dude, man. Afghan. Hey, shout out to him, man. He was like that dude in the studio, man. One time he was like, because the thing with me, right? Anyone who knows me, like, knows I take ages to write. Like, it's not a quick thing with me, man. I can never really look, man. It's like Jesus say, man. I don't waste ink. I like to just make sure everything I write down goes through some sort of border patrol control in my mind. You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
Anything whack, yeah, is getting put to the side and not getting through the filter.
Yeah.
So like, but this dude Afghan, yeah, if I get to my point, he turned around to me while I was writing and was basically just saying like, yo, hurry up, man. Like, not in them words, I'm paraphrasing it, but he was basically telling man to hurry up, like, and I was thinking, yo, what the fuck?
But with KM there, it was like fucking shit. This guy doesn't even put the lyrics down on paper. He writes this in his mind, and then he goes into the record booth. I was like, what the fuck, man? He was like putting in the ear things, like 15 minutes, and then I'm ready.
Bro, that's like the Jay-Z method.
Yeah, and it was crazy. It was not bullshit or nothing like that. It was dope as fuck, and I was like, shit, man. And I don't know if you remember, I came with some prepared lyrics I hadn't put on beats yet. And I didn't write all the lyrics there because I'm like you. I don't want to write trash. So were just some bars I wrote there at the studio. And you have to say to that, we had 3 shows before. And then we hung out 3 days in the studio. And I remembered Spain, and on the first evening we all have been freestyling, and I fucked my voice at the first day. So I
Was the
did.
first show at Florence?
Yeah, that was Florence. Yeah, where Snuff
Oh
came too
man, if
late.
you remember, yeah, if you remember, yeah, that was the only show in my whole career, yeah, that I missed, bro.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah. Your flight was too late or something like that.
Bro, like, you know what, man? Like, what happened, yeah, was like, I fell asleep, yeah, because my flight was like an early flight, and which involved me having to travel through the night to get to the airport, and I tried to sleep on the coach and all that, but it's hard to get a good night's sleep when you got to travel through the night.
But now I remember you came too late, but you came to the venue. You have been in Florence. You just didn't perform, right?
I crashed out, fam. I crashed out at the hostel, man. You guys couldn't wake me up. Remember?
No, I really don't remember that, man. Shit, why didn't we do that?
I don't know what happened, man. I just remember waking up in the morning at like 6 a.m. or something dumb early like that. I'm thinking, oh shit, what the fuck's happened? Like, it was mad, bro. It was like I was trying to recall what happened, and then I thought, shit, man, I definitely didn't do no show last night. I think I missed it, man. I crashed out, like.
Shit. I thought it was Snuff that came too late, but I think that happened too. I think he missed his flight because he was flying from Ireland, and I think he came too late. But yeah, right, man. You weren't even there, man. Shit. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, right? I've never slacked like that before, man. But like, it was literally a case of, yo, I was unwakeable. Like, I'd never miss a show for nothing, and I ain't gonna miss no more shows. Like, that's a fact, man. But I guess I was younger and a lot less disciplined, and times were mad back then. Like, I was living life like a movie, like, for real.
Yeah, we did, man. Look at my drinking shit. What I did there, I got like 5 bottles of San Miguel a day. Oh shit! In that
And
by that,
bro.
I don't know how I couldn't do this anymore. Yeah, with that like 35 degrees out there and drinking, I don't know, 5 fucking liters of beer. Fuck that, man. I couldn't
You
perform
used to go
anymore.
hard, man.
But how old is your son, if I might ask?
He just turned 10.
Crazy cool, man.
Yeah, he's only a little baby, man, when I met you, bro. He's like, what? Because he was born that year, fam.
Crazy. At that time I didn't know it. I just know about this because you did an a cappella verse about this, but not in a battle into the camera or stuff like that, where you're talking about being a role model to your son. So I knew you have had a child, but I didn't know how old he was.
Yes, I know what you're talking about, man. You're talking about that, the Don't Flop Show Off, was it called?
Yeah, that one.
Damn, man, it's good to know somebody checked that shit, bro.
When it comes to
Because
this, you say you're glad somebody checked it. I was always wondering why UK rap is not so present in this whole hip hop world, especially because you might think the whole world understands you. In comparison to the French scene or the German scene, it's very small. And I don't want to talk about cliques, but we have to at this time, because when I watch your
yeah,
videos or songs, you get much less clicks than any German artist rapping the biggest bullshit you would ever hear. You know what I mean? So I always was wondering how does this fit into this? Why is it? So why do you think this is like this? I can really. I talked about this with Big Toast and Strange Neighbor, and they were moving around the answer. So there's no real reason, or is it?
I mean, how I look at it, right, is I don't really think there's much unity in UK urban music. Like, to be totally honest with you, man, like and I hate the word urban,
Yes.
but then I guess you have to use it, yeah, because nothing nowadays is really distinct, if you want to call it. Like, and by that I mean there's many forms of hip hop nowadays, bro. And in the UK, it's like that too. Like you're gonna get certain man out there, like I don't know, say I'm gonna say like the extremists, for example. That was just a random pull out, but extremists are dope, like, so I use them as an example. You get man like that, and then you're gonna get man out there like Krept and Conan, who are also dope writers, but they just make a different type of rap, and it ain't gonna appeal to some heads as the extremists ain't gonna appeal to some heads. So like I don't know, man. And then you got grime too. Like, let's be honest, man. Like, it's not a lot of unity, man. Everything's divided. I mean, I could go deeper and talk about how division has affected the whole world at the minute, but it's definitely happening in the music, like,
Yeah, definitely.
out here in the UK, it's pretty bad, man. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's forms of division elsewhere in other scenes, but maybe that's what it is, bro. That's the vibe I get, because I don't know, man. You show somebody your music, and I don't know, man. A lot of people, they call me abstract nowadays, but that's like a new thing now. Whereas
Abstract
before, I
because
think people called me abstract.
of your lyrics, or why?
Basically, yeah, because of my lyrics, and I don't know. This is from younger heads, you know.
Okay, okay.
I don't know, which also kind of implies that maybe times are changing, bro, and
Definitely.
maybe that's affected it.
It doesn't have to be a bad thing, and I think it's natural that youth cultures evolve somehow. But I wanted to come to that later, but maybe we just talk about this now. So, what do you think of that mumble rap bullshit? So, my opinion is obvious to this, but. Uh, Look, I don't wanna. I think Vinny Paz said this in an interview. He said, "I don't wanna be the guy who doesn't get it, but I don't get it," and I could subscribe that sentence because I really try hard to get into the new kind of rap, but I
Yeah,
really don't get it. I don't get why you stop writing lyrics, or where are the multi-syllable rhymes? Where is it?
yeah,
Where
yeah,
are the DJs? But what do you want to scratch if you're not saying anything, which sounds like the same shit? My theory is the DJs got away because what do you want to scratch? What?
yeah,
You can
yeah,
scratch that.
yeah. Nah, I mean, my whole opinion on like mumble rap is well, I've not really checked enough of it to like give a proper opinion, other than the fact that it doesn't really appeal to me. Like, the things that I like, or what got me into hip hop, I don't really see them in mumble. Not only mumble rap, man, but some of these new MCs as well, who people rate. I can understand why people like certain MCs now, because yeah, they've still got the technicality in some cases. Like, let's not make a mistake about it. The technicality still exists in a lot of
Yeah,
MCs' writing
definitely.
ability. But like, what don't exist is the sound, the essence, the vibes. Like I said, man, maybe times have changed, but at the same time, I don't really like the direction that some of the new stuff's gone in. It's not a case of, it's like you said, use Vinny Paz as an example. It's not a case of not wanting to be down with what's new, but if you don't like it, you don't like it. It's like common say, man.
I just don't wanna feel
If
like.
black is black, I mean I'm hating. You
Yeah,
know?
definitely. But there's one guy. I was a little bit digging in the UK scene since I knew you and showed your shit to some friends, and they showed me some other shit. And I came to one guy called Skepta. You know
Yeah.
him? He does trap music, but he's rapping very, very technical. So there is trap music that I can
Yeah.
like because I like how the people rap. Or like I always use Tech Nine as an example. I mean, his label is called Strange Music, so it's not supposed to sound normal, yeah, and it's not really trap, but it's trappy. I
Mm-hmm.
call it, and but he has a skill on another level than all these mumble rap motherfuckers, if you know what I mean. This is different, yeah, and
What Tech Nine has?
yeah, Tech Nine is a skilled rapper rapping over crazy beats, and I got the feeling people are saying something like, "Yeah, you gotta feel the vibes, man. It's the vibes." But look, when I started rapping and you didn't have multi-syllable rhymes that were good, you were out. You were out of this. Nobody would listen to
Yeah.
you. We had
Yeah.
to improve always, so that's what made it competitive. Yeah, hip hop was always a
Yeah.
competitive culture. That's why there's so much battling involved in every aspect of it. And I never got how could this go this wrong to like extincting the lyrics. It's what it is. It's what it's about or not.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, this is something I always found crazy. And I wanted to ask you: do you know about a rap crew from England called Raw Breed?
Where they from?
I think they're from London. Raw Breed. I never heard of them.
Raw Breed.
A friend of mine showed me their music like a few weeks ago, and they are exactly sounding like Onyx, man. And their debut album was released a month before the debut album of from Onyx. So that's crazy. You gotta check that shit out. That's crazy. I wanted to know if you know them because I never heard of them, and it's really like this raw, rough, shouting rap. I really like rap like this. Yeah,
Nah,
I
of
don't have to
course.
tell you, but if it comes to this, my top three will always be Onyx, MOP, and Vinnie Pass or something like that. Yeah, and DMX and
Oh
shit like
man.
that. So,
Yeah, yeah,
Rob Reed,
yeah. Nah,
I'm just
a
dropping
few
some
rappers
names.
out in London. You carry that.
So sorry. I just wanted to drop some names. They're the Four Owls. I asked you about them already. The Four
Yeah.
Owls. My friend showed me them too, and it was pretty decent. A little bit confusing maybe wearing these owl masks or having animated videos and shit, always looking like owls. But
Yes.
the comparisons they make are always like we are hunters. Yeah, we are hunters in the dark, and that's why they call him that. The far owls. It has always to do with wisdom because or old olds. My God, sorry man, my English is a little bit rusty. The that owls always
Nah, bro, it's cool.
there's the wisdom behind it, and I call it street smart. What they do,
Yeah.
and I pretty much like it. And they got features with DJ Premier and with Cool G Rap. I guess they paid for it,
Yeah.
but at least they
Yeah.
have them, which is great. And then that was the only UK rap I could find which has like at least 200,000 views on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
bro.
that's kind of
They've
confusing.
been doing it, man. Like for a good 10 years plus now. So yeah, props to them, man. You know what I rate about them, man, is they carrying the sound, ain't they? Like I say with the essence, the music. There's a lot of MCs out there who are technical, but they don't really carry the musical essence in their sound. Well, the 4 hours do, like high focus and that. They carry the musical essence of hip hop. So, shout out to them, man.
Yeah. I found them at least pretty decent, but some songs are really great. I have to say that. Interesting thing I wanted to tell you, I got into hip hop because of a German rap group called Too Strong. So they got an English name, and they were on their first songs. They were rapping in English because
Yeah,
rapping in German was like this doesn't exist. And a friend of mine told me his first concert, his first German rap concert, it's from a group which translates to the Fantastic Four, yeah, Fanta 4. It's more like pop shit, so even at that time nobody liked it really, but it was his first concert where he went and saw people that were rapping in German, and he was like, is this cool or not? I can't even decide, you know, because it
No,
was an English thing. So this is why I'm so confused when it comes to the yeah. Why is there not more? Why is the UK rap not in the spotlight? You know, why is it always the whole? Okay, it originated in the US. Obviously, that's why it's the
yeah,
biggest hip hop
that's the
shit.
motherland.
Yeah, so that's obvious,
Hip
but
hop motherland.
the same language the whole world can understand. It can't be just the accent, you know. I know people who are
I mean,
complaining about the British accent, but it can't be that, you know. It can't be only
now
that.
back in the 2000s, I look at it like I mean, people can debate with me or whatever, but for me, yeah, it was the golden era of UK rap, and I felt like it was a great time. It was my favorite era of listening to UK rap, and I don't know, did it peak early?
Sorry, what?
Did it peak early UK rap? Because that era in the 2000s was also quite, well, I want to say successful era, but it was almost like the ball got rolling but didn't quite get to the destination.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
So that's why I asked, did it peak early?
I
You get me?
yeah, yeah. I think it has maybe something to do with the whole competitive thing that's behind the rap scene. So everybody wants to hold anybody else who's good down. You know what I mean?
What you think everybody like basically
I mean like you're somebody from doesn't matter where he comes from sees you. Yeah, well, this guy is dope.
competition?
This guy is so dope. He will kill me on a song, in a battle, and everywhere. So I don't like him, and I don't push his music. You know?
Blackwood. Yeah, yeah, like getting blackballed.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically because like of being too, yeah, I feel that, I hear that. Um, well, this is the mad thing though, bro. It seemed like at the time there was quite a nice unity about UK rap. There was several DVDs that I used to watch, man. You know what I mean? There was like Dark and Cold, UK Untapped, and I think F What You Heard was a little bit after that, but at the same time, it still promoted unity in the scene. So I don't really know, man. I mean, that's what we try to figure out as artists, and it's still
True,
quite
true.
enigmatic, so I can see
It
why
is
them man were fucking swerving the questions, and because it's one of them, enigmas of UK rap, man. Why it don't sell and why it don't really make the big numbers. I mean, where do you even get the big numbers now? That's the thing, we was back in the day, we were all trying to get on radio, but now, how much power has radio really got?
interesting that you say radio. When I came back from Spain, I was searching for your music on YouTube, and I found mostly two things. And of course, it were the battles, but you have been on radio shows where you had to perform live, filmed from the side. I was talking.
You talking about Lab FM?
Yeah, yeah, something like that, and some fire in the booth
Ah, yes, of
and
course.
shit like that, where you were spitting fire for real, man, and it was great to see,
Yeah.
man. And I don't know if you remember, I told you, hey, this is great. In Germany, there's nothing like that. People should do that, and you were telling me, yeah. why don't do it yourself? And I was like, that guy's right. So I did, because friends of mine do a hip hop radio show, and we filmed one rapper uh, performing there, and then fucking Corona hit, and we couldn't do it anymore. But if things get better, we keep on tracking. You know,
Fully, man, fully. I was gonna come see you guys. Wasn't I like? I was gonna.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We were talking about. I think it was like. Uh, in March or something, and you should have come in May 2019, but then everything was fucked up, and it fucked, literally it fucked at least a whole year of everybody. So I don't want to complain about the fucking pandemic, but how did you spend the time? Did you write new
Yeah.
songs and shit? Because a lot of artists I talked to, they got into kind of a depression at first, but then took that and put the energy into music. So a lot of albums came
Oh,
out.
what through COVID? You're asking if I
Yeah,
wrote
yeah,
through
yeah.
that? Oh man, yeah, yeah. This next project, Chaos Black, was written from like the first lockdown in the UK.
Okay,
So
good.
from there, yeah, like I got furloughed from where I work. So I basically just hit the pads, didn't I? And I talk like I'm not even talking boxing. I'm talking writing, fam, proper. I hit the pads and yeah, man, like come up with this new project with IMS. You know, it, we've been talking about it.
IMS is Move Sporadic, right?
Yes,
Okay, it's a producer team, isn't it? I thought it was one guy, but
yes,
it's a
let's
team.
go.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Dope,
and
dope beats.
that's Ben 81 and Neil Cage, one boss. Shout out them.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, they sent me a ton of beats, and I just basically just wrote a ton of buzz. Didn't even really think about concepts or nothing like that. Cause bro, like at that point in life, yeah, I think everybody was just in the balance, weren't they? They didn't know what was happening or what was gonna happen or where life was going. So I was like, fuck it, man. You know what I mean? I'ma just do what I'm doing. No one knew how deadly the virus was back then or nothing.
Yes,
So I
yes.
was like, fuck it, man. If I die, I'ma go out like this.
I
I
um
found out.
I had before the lockdown happened in Germany, I had a battle. Um, the I think it was the Saturday before the lockdown. And
Yeah,
in this battle, I say, fuck coronavirus, I'm sick enough, or something like that. And I wouldn't have imagined that it would take away 1.5 years from everybody. So I should have shut my mouth back then, man. Maybe Corona got angry at me,
yeah.
man.
Like you basically tempted fate right there.
Yes, I did accidentally because I thought it was just like, yeah, media bullshit. You know, they
You
are
you
building
you,
up.
you battle often though?
What?
Do you battle often? Like
Um,
battle?
I did like once or twice a year. I say now I better at like 1.5 years. I didn't. I did one online thing, but I didn't like it. I don't like it, man. I don't like to battle online because it's like this, but you don't even know what your enemy is saying, so you can't even react. You just record your three verses, shout it
Yeah,
into the camera, which is weird enough. It was 2 rounds on beat and just one a cappella round, but it felt weird, man. It just felt weird not even to know what the
yeah.
other guy's saying, and then seeing the results, you don't even know, did he kill me or not. uh, that was kind of like,
Yeah,
and that is why I said I want to battle when it's normal again. And it seems
yeah,
to
man.
get there. I got a battle.
It's face to face.
But what about you? You had a lot of battles. You battled Disaster, bro, which is like one of the best in the whole world. How was that like, man?
You know what, man? Yeah, that was a sick battle. It's the most viewed battle I've been in, but it weren't my favorite battle in terms of my performance. I thought I was okay. I was quite underprepared. So as a result, I look back and I just feel like it was sloppy.
Okay.
Even though that's just me being, thinking with my critical head. I did alright in that battle. I did good.
Yeah,
There were
I thought so
bars in that
too.
battle which
I thought
were
so too.
funny.
And you were rapping slow, and you were like countering disaster style,
Exactly.
and telling him you wouldn't even a crowd get a crowd reaction at all if you wouldn't act like such a loud theatrical fool or something. And I thought this is kind of like right, yeah, right. But you have to. His delivery is sick, man. So standing in
That's the
front of
thing,
that guy
man.
shouting at you must be crazy.
Bro, the thing is, right, he's one of them MCs, right? He's just got a voice that kind of captures the room. So even if like he ain't spitting fire for like a bar or two, the crowd are waiting for a good line because of that fucking delivery.
Yes.
And cause of that, man, all he's got to do is just, drop one line that's good, and the crowd will go nuts because of how it's delivered.
Yes.
So yeah, that's, it's a great tool to have in your armory when it comes to battling. So yeah, shout out to him, man. He's like, he's still battling, man.
Yeah, he's crazy
He's
in
never
this.
stopped
Nah,
disaster, has he,
he's
man?
unstoppable, and he has bars. He doesn't. You can't even look on the watch.
Man's trying to be the Ronaldo in this shit, bro.
It's there are two German battle rappers who have their own battle rap leagues. One is Don't Let the Label Label You, which is orientated by Don't Flop from England. Is from Jolly J. You know that guy, I think.
I know Jolly J, man. He was there when he's battled at a few events I've battled at,
And he
he
made this in
battled.
Germany. This Don't Let the Label Label You is his own battle rap league. And he battled
I know it.
Disaster.
I know it.
And there's another guy, Tierstar. He has a battle rap league called Top Tier Takeover. And he battled Disaster too in 7 different languages. He just it was German, it was English, it was Russian, it was Persian. I don't know. It was crazy shit. Even Disaster talked about this in an interview because he was the only moment I saw this guy where Disaster said, "Man, this guy fucked my ass," because he did in languages. It was crazy.
What
It
was
was
the guy's name?
Tierstar. Tierstar. So it's a German rapper. I talked with him on this format of several times.
What? What? He battled Disaster
Yeah, on his own format, on his own battle rap league.
channel.
Yeah,
Right.
and Jolly J battled him too, and I want to come to that because what Disaster did in the battle versus Jolly J was a cannibals move. He forgot his lyrics and then he looked into his phone, man. For real.
What's Jolly J battled this?
Yeah, Jolly J battled this, and during the
This
battle,
choked his butt.
yeah, this choked, and he was reading the lyrics from the phone, man. That was like, damn. When that cannabis shit happened, I
I
wouldn't
remember.
have even known if you did post this. Okay, of course, 10 years later, I would have known it anyway. But you posted this like a legend just died or something, and I was like, huh? Can I? Disaster died or what do you mean? I was like, safe cannabis bodied him, but damn, man, watching this
Bro,
was
to be
so
honest,
fucking
right?
sad. It was so fucking sad seeing cannabis getting ripped
Yeah, bro, I
apart,
don't
man.
watch that battle. Don't watch that battle, man. Stay
It's
well away from that battle, bro.
yo, this is how it's not
I can't
done.
see that happen, man.
Even Busta Rhymes commented that shit for like 5 minutes, and the message is you're not supposed to do that. It's like, damn,
Yeah,
man.
I see that I see that interview, man. He's like saying he's questioning why, like, Biss ain't looking at that battle, like, why the hell is he thinking it's okay to do that? Like, that's what he's basically questioning. Like, he's saying, why the hell is Biss looking at it like it's okay to do that? Like, and I don't know, man. Look, man, you want my honest opinion of that battle? I don't know what to make of it. That's like
Nobody knows, man. This is the most I
Did
don't have
it go in
words.
like that, or did Biss have a plan to make it a viral moment? I don't know, man. I mean, that part of me feels that way. You know, in this age that we're in, everybody's trying to go viral, ain't they?
Yes, but I think he just fucked it up, man.
A rapper
I
of
would.
Cannabis's caliber, fam. Like,
This
thinking it's
is.
alright to do that, bro. This guy, we got to look at it like this, right? This guy spent a lot of his career talking about how he's got thousands of bars, man.
Yes, yes, yes. Long ass tracks, man. Back again, struggling with technical problems, but this is what it is if you do something
Yeah,
like this online. So maybe next time we just
uncharted territory.
book a flight to London and
Yeah, man.
talk in person.
Yeah.
I would really much like that. Yeah, we were talking
Nah, fuck it.
about battling. I said I don't wanna diss Cannabis because he had a huge influence on my lyrics and shit like that. He was a mastermind with lyrics with thousands of bars, and I think he made three mistakes. One was battling LL Cool J. One was not battling, but dissing LL Cool J. One was dissing Eminem, and one was battling Disaster. That's were his three biggest mistakes, and the third one destroyed his career almost. But I saw that the Four Horsemen, that crew, was
The
corrupt
first
and
one, you say?
what?
The first one destroyed his career?
No, no, no. The Battle versus Disaster destroyed his career.
I think, if anything, man, the first one was really where it went bad for him. Like the LL Cool J. Because after that, man, he became just before. I know you were about to segue into the Four Horsemen project, which we'll get to, but I just want to touch on that little note right there, man, where you said the disaster battle, the disaster battle destroyed his career. I actually think the first battle with LL was really detrimental to his career because he became blackballed after that. You know, nobody wanted to fuck with him. Like,
Except Vinny
that
Paz.
kind of happened.
Vinny Paz did. He brought him back.
But see, why I respect Vinny Paz, right, is because he's an independent artist. So amongst them independent heads, Biss still had love. But if you're talking industry, nobody wanted to touch him.
Okay, true, true. But
And that's where, like, you know, industry's fucked up, man. You know, you offend the wrong person, it's curtains, fam.
I didn't even understand why he did this. Like I said, this was three mistakes. I think all three of them were killing his career somehow. But now he's getting like back with the Four Horsemen. I hope it's a good project. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I think he has his fire back. I hope so. And I was talking
But you
about
know
this
what, right?
guy. I'm talking about this guy so much because I always thought I hear something from him in your lyrics. When people say you are abstract or something like that, I hear cannabis out of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's a compliment, man. Because like, he's a proper MC. You know, he touches on. It's not just punchlines and metaphors. It's references to obscure things here that you have to really learn about to understand it. And to the average mind, I'm not trying to act like I'm better than the next man in that, yeah. But like, my point is, right, I listen to these bars and I don't get them sometimes. So what I'll do is I'll look up what he's talking about, and then I'll be like, shit, he knows what he's talking about because
Yes.
it's right here and he's incorporated it in the bars in a way where he's not just saying it for like trying to come across like he's smarter than he is. He actually is using it effectively, these references. So, you know, it's that element of MCing that I respect him for, like, and yeah, fam, like, I'm glad you say that, yeah, like that you can hear the influence there because it definitely is there, along with several others as well. But he is always one of the go-to MCs. if I want to listen to something, because the truth, man, majority of the music I listen to is still from that era.
Yes, definitely. The German word for that I use is hängen geblieben. So it's like you
Bleed.
hängen geblieben. So like you're stuck in the past. But I feel about it like a good way, because when people nowadays, when we were talking about mumble rap and shit, and they would listen to cannabis, it would blow their fucking minds, man. What this guy was saying like 20 years ago would blow their fucking minds. You know what I mean?
But you know, right? There's a lot of hip hop heads here who don't really warm to him. You know,
I
there's
think
a
it's
lot of heads who don't really warm to him.
I get that he's hard to approach for everybody because of his voice. Of course, it can be annoying for some people because something sounds like a fucking weasel, which I like, because obviously I do that shit too. But you know what I mean? This is I mean, a grimy fucking voice, man.
Well, I think it's the fact here that he goes on for so long, which I really like myself. You know, I'm a cyclist, and I like jogging, and it's great to listen to that. You know,
Yes,
1,000-bar raps here when you're doing that physical activity.
So you're jogging and listening to cannabis. I never that never came to my mind, but that must be awesome.
Bro, I swear, like, anyone who goes to the gym needs to have cannabis on their fucking Walkman. Because, bro, it will push you far, like, it will do. But, going somewhere with it, man. Like, I was talking about, a lot of people don't warm to him. And I'm talking, you know, proper fans here who know the art, who listen to the art, of, you know, familiar with it. But a lot of them are a bit about this, because I don't know. I think it's the fact he goes on for so long, and they find it hard to digest. But it depends what kind of listener you are, you know. And I'm the type of person, right? I'm impressed by somebody who wants to prove a point, and they do it in a way which is emphatic. So I like that aspect about him. So yeah, and you know, back in the 90s, man, it hit hard.
I just wanted to talk about him, of course, because I knew some of the influence he had to you, the impact that he had to me, and I don't think he's not dead for me, you know, because I always will listen to his music because it's great, and he didn't fuck up in a way where he said something or did something that was really bad. He just fucked up some battles. So fuck this shit, man.
After that battle, I still looked out for his music. I still got his music. I checked Fair Company, which is a great album, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard it, Fair Company.
Yeah, I heard it. I know everything from this guy. I really do, because I really I'm a fanboy, man.
Do you not think, right? Yeah, that album kind of predicted the future?
I was feeling like
Fair Company.
I was feeling like Cannabis was always doing like a little bit predicting the future in every one of his lyrics. So
yeah, for a long time you've been telling prophecies a long time.
Yeah.
But that album, yeah, kind of like told the world how the world would be. And
Yeah.
this was back in 2014 when it came out. You know, I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard the album, it kind of horrified me.
Yes, it was
bro,
at that time when I listened to that, I was hoping hopefully this is not true, you know, hopefully he's not right, but in a lot of aspects he was goddamn right. So yeah, it's like something prophetical in all of his lyrics, I think. So this is still a great artist. So just because he lost some battles, people should still listen to him. You know what I mean? This is crazy.
Yeah,
And this is why I wanted to talk to you about him, because we were already talking in Spain and Italy about this guy, and you are the only person I ever met who is so into this guy. You know, because most of people are scared away because of his voice, or think they don't get the lyrics and it's too metaphorical. And I'm always like, how can you get too metaphorical? You know, how can you be too
no,
good?
that's it.
How can you be
Nah,
too good
it's
for
like I
shit?
said, for some people, it's too much to digest. You know, they having a trained ear is a thing. Because imagine, right? Can you remember how it was before you got into rap, right? Do you remember what it was like listening to a rap song and trying to keep up with the lyrics?
It was hard. It was like people are talking fast,
Yeah,
like
it's like you absorb the energy more than hear the rhymes.
yeah, definitely. And especially
A
if
lot
it's
of people
like
still listen to rap like that.
and especially if it's not even your own language. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of German rap, so I obviously didn't understand English when I was 7 or 8 or shit like that. But I in that time, like Gangsta's Paradise or shit like that was on the radio, so I vibed to that. Afterwards, I got the lyrics, even if I knew it at like 13 or 14. Tupac was talking gangster shit and shit like that. I didn't really get what the people were saying, and I was like, okay, this is the way to do it. You have to talk like that if you do that kind of music. And afterwards, when I did my own research, but the internet was there already, so it was easier for me. I didn't have to go to the store and listen to everything. I could just download it. There was so much rap, and I swear to you, this is why I learned English. I didn't learn that in school. I learned that from music and movies, man. I talk like don't know, like in movies, or like I knew from the music. I never had to learn English classes because I already knew that. I had to throw away the slang, you know, so a little bit of grammar that had to be, but the rest is just the music, man. So I think it's for a lot of people it's like that.
No, I hear that. I hear that. I'm gonna turn a
Kannst du
lamp
mir
on
ein
you.
Bier
It's
holen,
getting
Alter? Ist im
dark
Rucksack.
now.
Um,
I need that one.
I wanted to ask you what
Right.
about the battle shit. You did a lot of battles, but you stopped battling. Is that because of this role model thing that you talked about before, or what is it? Why don't you battle anymore? Obviously,
Um,
don't flop
I don't
died
know.
out.
I think what's that?
Don't
The
flop.
last bit.
No, everything. Don't flop. Died. Like the whole
Yeah,
battle
yeah.
rap.
I stopped before then. I stopped before then.
I think you had one battle
But
versus
honestly,
copyright. Copyright. You had a battle with
yes, yes, we
copyright,
did.
man.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about that because he's obviously not an a cappella battle rapper, and I saw a conversation between Pat Stay and R.A. the Rugged Man, and R.A. the Rugged Man put it in the right words. It's like you can be a good guy in the studio, you can be good but in your live performance, and you can be a good battle rapper, but it's hard to be all of them because it's like different art of sports, different kind of sports. It's
Yeah.
like different, very
Nah,
different.
nah. I agree with that. You know,
Me too.
this is what's the thing with me in rap. Yeah, I've always tried everything. You know, no matter what, man. Tracks, freestyling, battling, you name it, man. If any type of rapping, I've tried it.
Yeah, I tried it too, and have to say, of course we have to say, yeah, we are good battle rappers because we are competitive persons. But um, if I compare myself to the, I would say I'm a top tier battle rapper, but maybe there are
Yeah,
some god tiers, there are some people above you who just do that and do it so viciously that I can't compete with that. But when you see me in the studio and I'm prepared, man, nobody fucks with me. And when I'm on stage, nobody fucks with me. You know what I mean? So I
yeah,
met a lot
yeah,
of battle
yeah.
rappers who can't even hit the drums when they rapping on tracks. There are a lot of battle rappers that try to make songs and they are all whack. You know what I mean? So
That's
we
the thing.
and it's different because you started with music. You started making
Yeah.
music and then got into battle rap. I think that may be one point where we have an advantage.
What when you say we?
We have an advantage because we started with music.
Yeah. Oh man, absolutely. But yeah. The thing is, man, with battling, when I got into battling, it was to music and over beats, and pretty much everybody else who did it was in the same boat. You know, they trying to get their music heard, get their music out there, and battling was a great way to promote it.
Of course.
But
But it
I
turned a
think
little bit.
around
It turned a little bit. A lot of the guys. I don't know about the scene in the UK that much, but in Germany it's like everybody wants to battle rap now, but they ain't even they are not rappers, you know. And there was one guy, Cynic, he's called.
exactly
Yeah,
where I was going.
Cynic, he has his own format and shit like that on Twitch and everything. And I think he's a great guy and he is a comedian too. So there goes a comedian to a battle rap event and kills everybody, but saying from himself, I'm not even a rapper. How can this be the best battle rapper in Germany if he's saying by himself
Yeah,
he's not even a rapper? How can this be, you know? But if you listen to his
because
songs, you gotta
yeah,
puke.
bro, battle rap fused with drama and theatre, didn't it? At one point, man. At one point, it became a separate entity from hip hop, and it all got a bit cultish.
Yeah,
So I
definitely.
started like that's really kind of, I wouldn't say intentional. Look, I didn't set to just get out of battle rap, but it kind of repelled me a little bit. You understand? Because I was feeling like it was turning into something which weren't really me, fam.
Yeah, I hear that, man. But I thought then when I got that thought, I have to show him how I want it to be. So I stayed there. You know, I still
Well,
wanna battle to give the, even if some people don't like my way to battle and say, hey, he got doesn't have punchlines or shit. I wanna bring
no,
back the flows and the multi-syllable rhymes into that, the rhyme chains, and that was what for me. It's another factor. It's like end of the week, yeah, you got these five categories like lyric, style, performance and shit. And you have always to look at that if you want to if you want the complete rapper, and
yeah,
I like we said, this is like his delivery is over the top. But if you really listen to his lyrics, it's like sometimes a little bit cringy, just a little bit.
bro, he's just got to have one good line amongst the delivery, and it hits hard.
So there can be different ways to do battle. I don't. You said it yourself. Your best battle wasn't versus Disaster. There was what I loved the most is versus Big Cannon. I love that battle. I don't know why, but I love your battle versus Big Cannon. And
Yeah,
there,
I've done.
and that there was a situation that they, I think they got into a fight. Not
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
but
yeah,
in
yeah.
the
The
background, and you don't
rap
see it on
was
video. What happened there?
um, I don't know, man. Yeah, I felt gassed because I thought, but yeah, the crowd reacted to my bar so much that it caused a fight, and it just brought me back to like Pun on stage, like, and one of his bars causing a riot, and I just thought, damn, man, what is happening? Is it? It's happening like that? But
Yeah.
nah, to tell you the truth, I think it was just some bullshit that happened in the crowd between egos, and I actually know a couple of the dudes involved in it, and they're cool and that. So yeah, shout out them. But you know what I'm saying? Like it just went down like that, and didn't have to get broke up. It was kind of petty, really,
Yeah.
but it was good.
It was the
It made
greatest
me win.
comeback. It was the greatest comeback from an interruption because you could say, "Yeah, my shit started the fight." So
Bro,
you
you know, like I've said this before in other interviews, like the lyrics that I had written were gone. Like after that moment, I couldn't remember where I was or the bar I ended on or anything like that. You know, it was basically just shit, my mind gone blank. So I just fucking like freestyled the rest, man. Like for a good 8 bars, and every line was dope, bruv. So like,
yeah, and then Cannon said, I'm about to freestyle or shit like that," and you were like, "Nah, if you think that's freestyle, man, when the Atlantic strip and the Titanic ship and, and shit like that, what he did, which was obviously no freestyle." So you body backed him, man. That was,
mixed.
yeah, maybe
He
mixed.
mixed it in.
But I think that's one of
Maybe
the
legit
greatest
though.
battles
As a
that you
rapper.
did. I think that was my not my first battle I've seen from you, but that was the greatest moment. You going against him after that fight and then killing him, and I that's why I wanted to ask. Is that what you wrote before? No, it couldn't be. So yeah, it was freestyle, but it was still so
Nah,
dope, man.
yeah.
So that's
The bars after
you're a good
came
freestyler
out.
too.
As a matter of fact, yeah, what was it? The shit about a rounded beach ball. Nah, that was that was literally a spot, fam. That was crazy. But yeah, bro, I'll tell you what, that was my favorite battle by a long shot, man. I'm just, bro, you're just taking me down memory lane and kind of just threw me off, like, but yeah.
Yeah. So after all that talking about battle rap and music, where do you think this whole thing is going in the future? So we now have trap, we had cloud rap, now we have mumble rap where people are not even rapping anymore, not saying any words and shit. So how does it evolve? What do you think? Where does it go? And do we like it? And
Bro, it's like I was saying about,
does the boom bap come back maybe?
um,
Do you hear me?
you know, the word, the phrase boom bap as well, yeah, it's like, I don't take a massive liking to it, you know, because again, yeah, it just underlines how divisive these times are, bro. Like,
Yeah.
because back when we were listening to rap in the 90s, boom bap was only really thrown about really for hip hop, which was like back to the basics. You know, people were experimenting in the 90s, right? But it was still rap. It was still something we could rock with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fucking abused. And now, yeah, it's kind of brought us into this era where everything's kind of, you know, different and divided, and you got many forms of rap now. So,
Which didn't exist really before. It's like before it was like one thing, and it divided into things that like in metal. I'm a metalhead too, and you don't want to know what these people are talking about, man. If you don't listen to hardcore, brutal death metal, whatever, you're whack. So they got so
Yeah,
many shit. I don't even know what that means because the guy plays the guitar. Otherwise, than the guy from the other band, it's not brutal death metal, it's hardcore brutal death metal and shit. And I'm
yeah,
thinking
yeah,
hip hop gets into the same phase right now, where you have conscious rap, gangster rap, skill rap, double, triple, quadruple time rap with whatever,
yeah,
mumble rap, cloud rap. What the fuck? It's all hip hop, man. you know.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing. Things were a lot less divided, and that's not to say people weren't being experimental. I mean, look at Outkast, man. Like Outkast have always based their whole career on being different and experimental, but they were always kind of accepted.
yeah.
So, like, nowadays, man, I don't know where all these divisions come from, fam. Like, it's just my worry. I mean, like I was saying with battle rap, I mean, this is something I wanted to talk about. I think being involved with both battle rap and UK rap, I've tried, but I wouldn't say I successfully brought the two together. There's always going to be a little bit of a vibe, like in the two. I think
I think so too.
things are now.
I think so too. So if you could decide, you probably would choose the music.
Yeah, I would, because it was always about the music. When I first started battling, the music's in my mind. That's why you got to create yourself a good legacy if you want to like get involved with music. But then I say that, but where it got complicated was battle rap becoming its own entity and having its own set of fans, hip hop heads. Difficult, and again, you got to think where you're going with it. So, I didn't really want to fuck with battling too much
So
after that.
if you like to the people who see this, what do you hope or wish for in music or battle rap? What should be evolving and what could bring these two things together?
A time machine into the past.
And seen Cannabis live on stage and spitting these 1,000 bars, man. That would be right, okay?
Nah, to tell them the truth, right? Bringing freestyle battles back, like, is a good idea. Are people confident enough to get on stage and freestyle?
Yeah. I mean,
It's a question, but
you don't
if
have to
if
tell
it's
me.
manageable,
You don't have to tell me. I'm since
they
10 years. I'm
manage.
I'm host of a freestyle session, and we do it because of that. It's an open mic session where everybody can rap or sing, and we do it since 10 years. That's why where I wanted to have you, because we always have live acts, and at our 10 years anniversary, we got people from New York and Big Toast and Strange Neighbor from London. So it's still international, and we want to tell people, yeah, man, this is the
So
shit, you
how did
know.
you how did you meet them brothers?
It was 2013. I met Big Toast at end of the week, where we didn't meet there. 2013, you weren't there, but Stick of the Dump won again. I think he won that shit 3 times or shit like that.
Now 2013.
2013, I was in London in Brixton,
So they
and
take part in 2013.
Stick won in 2013. He won that shit.
Man, see, I lost track of end of the week when after after Italy, man. I thought it
Me too.
stopped. Like
Me
I
too.
thought Snuff quit, and
That was the last time I had anything to do with it because afterwards there was no German chapter anymore because Borke didn't want to do it anymore and shit like that. So, but
that's
Sticker,
the thing. That's what happened with Snuff out in the UK.
yeah, yeah, same shit. So,
But so when did Stig take part?
it was it was 2013 definitely because I met Big Toast at a bar. I met him at the bar. We were beer drinking, and afterwards he sent me some shit. It was like "Big Drinking" was a song, and it was like, yeah, that's dope. So we got into each other. We just bumped into each other at a bar drinking.
Yeah. Nah, shout out TPS still, man. Like Strange Neighbor and all them
Yeah, man.
Toast, Jack Diggs, you know.
I love their shit. It's like my homie who makes most of my beats met them the first time when they came to Germany, and he was like, "They are like us, but in English."
Yeah, man. Nah, they always made rowdy tracks, man. Like I remember when the first thing I heard that from any of them was Cracker John and Toast did I think he went under a different name back then, Cracker John, but they made an album called, it was a play on Raekwon's Only Built for Cuban Links. They titled theirs Only Built for Croydon Links. And it was a dope album, man. Like, I can't lie to you, man. That was what, around 2010 or sometime around then.
And they also get political. Yeah,
Oh yeah, you don't stop getting political. Toast, man, in his tracks, man. He's like, yeah, he's on it, man. Been on it for a while.
yeah, man. And this is crazy shit. What he's doing, and I never remember that he was this tall, but now I got the name because he's really big, and I was asking him about his name, so he said Big Toast because I'm big and I like to toast when I drink.
Bro,
So that's an
bro,
easy
listen,
explanation.
man. I'm gonna say this, right? When I met him, right, I don't know how I feel about me saying this, but I'm just, it's jokes. I'm saying, fuck it. When I met him, right, he told me his name was Toast Based Dinners. It was a play on Ghostface Killer. Fucking nuts, ain't it?
Yeah, he had a Facebook name, Panini Grande, which is another language for Big Toast. Yeah, it's like he's always doing this shit. So yeah, it's funny that that I bumped accidentally into him, but he is always the same producer team that you have, the Il Move Sporadic. And I always thought Il Move Sporadic
Yeah.
was just one guy, but Toast told me that it's a team. So he was on Digging Deeper too. But boy, shit, we were fucking drunk when we talked there. I hope this doesn't appear as that shit, man. But I think you can tell you saw me drunk as shit, man. So I think I'm okay right now.
Yeah. Nah. Them dudes, though, they're doing it as well, They're like building, like the Revoke movement.
Yeah,
They're like,
it's great what they're doing, yeah. And I like that they put everything out on vinyl. Nobody wants
Yeah.
CDs anymore like that. And I told you when I play your music, people ask me, is that on vinyl? Is that on vinyl? People want vinyl. They want that shit on vinyl. They don't want CDs. They throw them away. But
Facts.
they want that, or they download it. But it's digital or vinyl. But it's no CDs anymore. So that shit died out is interesting. But I don't want a CD myself. What? I don't even know where to play it. You know what? What I mean? It's kind of like crazy how that developed.
Is it for the car?
Yeah, the car. That's where I put CDs in. But you have USB slots, so why put a
If the
CD?
stereo's got one.
Mine got one. Mine got two. One is broken.
Ah, that's all right. That's all right. My old stereo had one, man, but not the one now.
So let me ask you two or three last questions. I don't know, man. But what can we expect from Tensho in the future? So you already told people have a project, but tell again at the end what is it about?
What, this new project?
Yes.
Chaos Black, Ill Move Sporadic, produced it. If you liked Panic Room number 9, you're gonna like this. It's different, but it's still continuing that raw, gritty style from the first album, EP, should I say? And yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? This is just raw rap, experimental sounds from Ill Move Sporadic. You know what to expect, man. That raw hip hop, nothing fake. You're gonna get some bars from me, some metaphors. You know, some of the cleanest metaphors I've ever spat. So yeah, you better check this, man. This is no joke. Like, you know, we're up in the levels all the time, and there's plenty more to come. You know, I'm even working on a project with my boy Ace out in Holland. So look out for that too. That's almost completed. But for now, Chaos Black, man, look out for that with Ill Move Sporadic. We don't stop, you know. There's always stuff coming.
We can't stop, man. So maybe this question: would you do a song with Proton from Germany?
Shit, I've already done songs with Proton from
Yes, I
Germany.
know. Would you do another one?
Yeah, fam. Of course, man. Of course, bro. Did you hear me? Did you hear me big you up on the album?
Yes, of course, man. I think I wrote you that. Yeah, nice that you did that, man. Shit.
Sam Miguel Barrels on tour with Proton.
Yes, I heard that, man.
Bro, we were drinking, man, and bro, I remember that video. Yeah, that video I was talking about that you still got on YouTube. Don't ever take that down, by the way.
No, I won't. And there were some people, oh, this is unprofessional. What the fuck, man? This is a shit, man. I never take that down, man. No, never. I never would. I never would. So,
Cause
uh,
bro, cause bro, like I was drinking, man. That was my 27th birthday, man. 10 years ago, man. That's mad, ain't it? And I was worried about hitting 30. Now I'm worried about hitting 40, but less of that. Yo, I'm down for doing the track, fam. Fully, man. Like, let's make it happen, man. We were meant to do that one. I was chatting about fucking all sorts of madness in that verse, man. You sent me a beat. It sounded really apocalyptic. I think
yeah.
it might have been for your Enzyme Funk thing.
Yeah. That was a lost song because our PC died and you didn't have the lanes anymore or shit. So this song died out by accident. It wasn't anybody's fault. But
Shit.
from that perspective, we did a lot of songs, but I would really like to work together with you because you're the only rapper I've ever met personally that speaks another language and has a kind of like the mind state, you know, the same kind of metaphors and shit, and it's nice connecting like this. So I
Yeah.
really appreciate that you were willing
Nah,
to
same
talk
way,
with me
fam.
about that. And if you got something on your mind and on your heart, for the last shit right here, just say it.
Oh man, nah, bro. To be honest, man, you know, there was some great times, man. See, around the time, yeah, that I linked you, it was crazy because I think we went to that open mic in the wow, man, we were staying in a monastery, wasn't it? They called it a monastery. It was really just a massive hostel,
Yes.
and they had the what was it, the mic and the deck set up, and that's that guy's name, DJ Bun.
Yes.
Oh man, you know what? Yeah. You know, DJ Blunt wasn't everyone's cup of tea, right? But I liked him, you know. I liked him. A lot of people, yeah, they had issue with him. Like, they had issue. I ain't saying no names, but a lot of people had issue with Burnt. But I thought, nah, man, I like Burnt, yeah, because like alright, he might have seemed like he got a big ego, but I liked where his energy was aimed. Like, you know, he seemed quite an excitable dude, and I don't know, man. Dudes like that make things happen, you know. But he was on the decks. I'm getting sidetracked. He was on the decks playing beats. I remember getting on the mic, yeah, and everyone getting on the mic, and I think it was at that point, man, we just linked, man. We started chatting, and you know, it's normally in them scenes where you find out who's got the vibe of your tribe. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes. And I
So,
was telling Tim when that moment happened and that they were playing beats. We always shared looks, you know, yeah, that beat, that beat. So
yeah,
we
yeah.
knew,
You remember
okay,
that?
we wanna do that shit, and all the other shit that okay, we didn't even really recognize, you know. And I
Yeah,
think from this whole project, I think there is not really a really great song, but the best one is Who, which we did.
yeah, yeah. Well, man, what was good about
With
that
Odyssey and
chorus,
Pirate,
man?
by the way, they are dope too. But this was a dope song. So
Or
you
was
wrote,
it Berlin Nuts?
yeah. Pirate from Berlin Nuts.
I
That
remember, man. I remember. Yo, do you still like chat to them guys?
um, that's the thing that maybe to Borke, you know Borke, the boat-headed guy.
Walker.
Borke,
Bro,
who
I
can
had
you
a weird
forget them?
fucking.
Weird fucking
That
guy,
was
man.
Walker, yeah. I don't know. It was mad, right? I think as time went on, right, got on more. We got along better. I don't know if you liked me when you met me, you know. I don't know if
I'm
it was because I was so forward with my raps and what, like, I don't know what it was, man, but there was like, it wasn't until we stayed at Granada
yes, yes.
that I really started chatting with Bork, man, and vibing with him. Because before that, yeah, he was always a little bit like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
He's
you know
come across
why?
like I irritated him.
You know why? Because Proton and Borke came to Spain and thought they don't need no fucking sun blocker or sun cream and no fucking umbrellas and swimming in the sea and shit like that. And we got burned the first day. We got roasted, man. Everything hurt. And then I fucked up my voice the first day we were rapping. I was like, well, fuck, what did I do? Why did I do this? And Borke was really pissed because of
Oh,
his
shit.
he was pissed
But,
on me and because of that, but I told him just let it go, man. I mean it was stupid, but we were stupid at that time, you know, like you said, we were thinking like living like a rock star and shit. And
bro,
that's
it's
what it's all
crazy
about.
time, wasn't it, man?
So I hope Tenshu you put out your good work in the future, and I really appreciated the talking to you. I would have more love to meet you in person, but next time I'm coming overseas or we get you here. Are you down with
Oh,
that?
yeah, either way, bro, I'm with it, man. Just hopefully things go back to normal as far as traveling. You know, I
Yes,
don't know what's the case with Brexit now as well, you know, if that's going to make things a whole lot harder, because I ain't traveled since the whole thing happened, but
we get over that too, man. We'll get over that too. So let me just say, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Diggin Deeper, keine Ahnung, die wievielte Episode. Dieser Mann da, wenn ihr hier alle zuschaut, Alter, ist einer der krassesten Typen, die ich jemals in meinem Leben persönlich getroffen habe. Einer der besten Rapper der Welt, die ich jemals persönlich kennenlernen durfte. Es ist motherfucking Tenchoo, Alter. Listen to his lyrics, listen to his music. I put everything under the video so people can check out where to get to your stuff. Tenchu, thank you very much for that talk.
nah, Proton, always good to catch up, man. This is like been a long time coming, to be honest, bro. Because, like, you know, the times when I linked you up were some of the best times that I can remember, like, so, bro, it's honor, man, and, you know what I'm saying, stay in touch, fam.
Yeah, definitely. Don't hang up. We hang up now, like we are stopping the recording, but stay on a few seconds, okay?
I'm with it. I'm with
Okay,
it.
then peace out, people out there.